Good morning. In a surprise vote last night, the Purcellville Town Council appointed a person currently running for Congress as the town's 10th town manager in the last 9 years. For Thursday, November 13th, it's your Loud Now Morning Minute. Thanks for being with us. I'm Rence Green. The Purcellville Town Council held a surprise vote last night to appoint a new interim town manager. That vote was not on the town council agenda, which was available to the public before the meeting. Instead, this was added to the agenda at the beginning of the meeting at the request of Councilmember Susan Khalil. And it appears that was news to some members of the town council as well. As a reminder, the Purcellville Town Council is divided between a 4-member majority and a 3-member minority. This council took office at the beginning of this year, and it's been a tumultuous year. Just to go through the town manager situation this year, at their first meeting after taking office, the town council majority fired the town manager of the time and appointed political ally and former mayor Kwesi Frazier as the new town manager. He's now on paid administrative leave, while he and Vice Mayor Ben Nett face felony charges of bid rigging and fraud related to hiring a town police consultant. While he's been on leave, Assistant Town Manager Diana Hayes has been acting town manager. The town council has been debating whether to hire another interim manager, with the minority, and indeed some town staff, arguing that Hayes has been with the town for 13 years, is quite capable, and that the town doesn't have money set aside for another town manager. Which brings us up to last night, when the council majority, which includes Khalil, Nett, Councilmember Carol Luke, and Mayor Christopher Berteau, voted to appoint Tony Sabio as the new interim town manager. This was a notable choice in part because Tony Sabio is currently running for House of Representatives in the 8th Congressional District. This is the district bordering Washington, D.C. It includes all of Alexandria, Arlington, and Falls Church, along with parts of eastern Fairfax County. He's currently in a Republican primary race, although that district is also the most Democratic-leaning district in Virginia, according to the Cook Partisan Voting Index. Town Attorney John Cafferty said last night he was not aware of Sabio's run for office and would need time to look into the fundraising rules for town employees seeking elected office. The 4 members of the council majority said they had all met with Sabio and had multiple phone conversations with him. Nett said Sabio had been recommended to him by, quote, federal agents. The 3 members of the council minority, council members Aaron Rayner, Caleb Stott, and Kevin Wright, said this was the first they were hearing about Sabio. They questioned whether he would have the time to dedicate to the town government. Human Resources Director LaDonna Snellbaker pointed out another issue. The town charter requires that the town manager has to live within 15 miles of the town within 90 days of being hired. The 8th District is a little over 30 miles away from Purcellville, as the crow flies, so at some point in the next few months, Sabio may have to decide between running for Congress and running the town. The council did not allocate any funding for Sabio's paycheck, but the motion said he would be hired under the same terms as Frazier, who is currently getting paid $185,000 a year. This passed 4-3, along the lines you would guess. That was not the only surprise vote last night. The majority also pushed through a motion to direct the interim town manager to reinstate Vice Mayor Nett to his job with the town police. This one also has some backstory. Nett joined the Purcellville Police Department in 2022. In 2024, he ran for and was elected to the town council, taking his seat at the beginning of this year. In April, he was fired from the department following an internal investigation by an outside law enforcement agency. He filed a grievance challenging his dismissal. A grievance panel was assembled, which by town policy includes 1 member appointed by the person filing the grievance, 1 person appointed by the town manager, which at that time was Frazier, and a 3rd member appointed by the first 2. That panel found Nett should be reinstated, get back pay, and that the town should pay his attorney's fees. His relationship to the police department has been a complicated one. Shortly after he was fired, the council majority moved to dissolve the police department, only backing down under intense public protest. He also got a warning from Commonwealth's attorney Bob Anderson that he had broken conflict of interest law by voting on the town police department budget. His felony charges relate to meeting with that police contractor before the town even announced it was seeking a contractor. And although this isn't what he was charged for, he told that contractor he intends to be installed as the next chief of police. He also faces 4 other felony charges of misusing the statewide law enforcement database to look up political opponents during his campaign. By the way, I was halfway through writing the Morning Minute last night when this story broke, but I saw it as soon as it did because I have the Loudoun Now app on my phone. Anyway, I'm sure this will not be the last time we cover this one, so go to loudounnow.com/Morning Minute to check out the whole story. In other news, yesterday, QTS Data Centers partnered with Loudoun Hunger Relief to pack 3,000 Thanksgiving dinner bags for our neighbors in need. This is the 10th year that the company has hosted the event. Executive Vice President of Federal Sales Dave McComber said this is the largest number of bags they've ever put together. Last year, they did 1,000. Loudoun Hunger Relief Board Chair Charlie McQuillan said they've seen growing need all year. He said the nonprofit expects to deliver 5,500 bags to the community this year. McComber said the school district alone has asked for 1,700 bags, which is almost as many bags as the whole program a few years ago. QTS provides its employees with 32 hours of paid volunteer work each year. Also, if you're looking to get involved or looking for some help with food, visit loudounfeeds.org. A Leesburg resident is working to raise $20,000 to bring food, water purification kits, portable fans, and more to Ocho Rios, Jamaica, to help with recovery after Hurricane Melissa, a natural disaster that she saw firsthand. Sonia Weed has traveled to Jamaica with her husband for years and said she felt compelled to help. She and her husband were in Jamaica when the hurricane hit. She said the people of Ocho Rios have been subjected to devastating conditions, including inflated food prices, power on and off, flooding, and a lack of drinkable water. She has opened a GoFundMe, and she's trying to fill 9 suitcases of supplies to fly to Jamaica. The funds will cover the costs of relief items, as well as flight taxes, local transportation and lodging and meals, while she and 2 others distribute aid. As for the flight itself, she said she's using her miles. The link to the GoFundMe is in the story on our website. And Loudoun County Public Schools and the Loudoun Education Association, the teachers union, have reached a tentative agreement for a 3-year contract. The division projects a 15.5% raise for teachers over the next 3 years. By contrast, over the last 3 years, the minimum pay for teachers grew by 8%. The agreement comes after nearly 8 months of negotiations. This agreement, if it turns into a contract, will begin July 1st of 2026. It addresses wages, workplace safety, due process, union release time, and planning time and lunches. Get the full story on this and all these stories over at loudounnow.com. On today's Get Out Loudoun calendar, retired teacher and former Army officer Bill Wilkin will talk about the early days of the American Revolution and the battles of Lexington, Concord, and Bunker Hill, with new documents now available, including from the Royal Archives at Windsor Castle. It starts at 7 p.m. at Cascades Library in Sterling. Stockyard Brewery will host Poorhouse Trivia tonight, starting at 7 p.m., free to play, and there's a chance to win a gift card. And St. Paul VI Catholic High School is presenting their fall play, Radium Girls, opening tonight at 7 p.m. Also, bring a non-perishable food item to donate to Catholic Charities St. Lucie Food Project. Check out the rest of the events calendar at getoutloudon.com. And if you like the Morning Minute, sign up to volunteer at one of the local food pantries this holiday season and tell them I sent you. And tell all your friends about the podcast and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. It'll be waiting for you there every morning. Okay. Have a great day.